What's going on YouTube? It is your girl Lauren Finesse, and we are back. I got my workout gear on because right after this iced coffee protein shake, I am going to the gym. I just wanted to do this video first. Before we get started, please go ahead and like and subscribe. And at the end of the video or throughout the video, please leave me comments. Like, let's talk about these crazy people, because there's a lot to talk about. It's a lot to talk about. We're gonna get there though. Before we do, y'all already know I gotta get my house cleaning items out the way. Firstly, happy Memorial Day to everyone out there, to my fellow veterans, everyone who's enjoying having an extra day off like myself. I really thought the holiday was next Monday for some reason. It just was not registering that this was the holiday weekend, so I was kind of caught off guard. I did not realize that this was the holiday weekend until Friday. Like Friday at like 8-9 o'clock in the morning, I was in a meeting and my client was talking about something that, you know, I knew she was going on vacation this week, but she said something and they were like, yeah, the holiday weekend, we're so glad to get a long weekend. I was like, huh? They were like, yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend, everyone's off on Monday. I was like, wait, what? So anyway, Friday was a chill day. I went to Target, ran some errands. It felt so good outside. Went down to Scottsdale, downtown Scottsdale. Like, oh, I love Scottsdale. Like right now I live in Tempe and I love Tempe. I love that Tempe is like out the way, but so central to everything. But Scottsdale, I think when my lease is up, I'm going to Scottsdale. Scottsdale is just where it's at. It's for the girlies like me, just like the fitness girlies, like the just like young and vibrant. Hopefully meet my husband out there. Okay, that's why I got to get this fitness together real quick. Quick transparent moment. This is the first time that I have not been able to shed a few pounds quickly. So that's how I know I'm getting old, y'all, because I remember I used to like, even as recently as like a couple months ago, everybody has that like number, right? Everybody has that number weight. Like, I'm not going over that. Like, if I hit that number, it's a problem. I gotta like be in the gym every day. And I don't know if it's because my family is here or what, but I've just been struggling to bounce back. You know what I mean? And I don't think that I am fat, but I'm definitely overweight, I feel. So I'm focused. And it's not even that I can't work out. I have a upscale gym at my apartment complex. I have an upscale gym at my office, like state of the art at the office. It's like top tier, every single machine. So there's really no excuse. It's just like having my mom here. She cooks. And then, I don't know, it's been difficult. Like, full transparent moment, I'm struggling losing like this look at, like, can y'all see this? Like, I didn't hit that number. Anyway, child, because I'm about to fall out. That ain't why we're here though. That's enough house cleaning items. Let's go ahead and jump into this review. So firstly, the show starts out with Kimmy and Tisha at Kimmy's office. Tisha comes in and they're just basically talking about the projects that they have going on. You know, Kimmy is saying she doesn't want to be annoying to Maurice because, you know, they want to hit this deadline. And Kimmy's like, and I know it's me. I know I'm annoying. Typical pick me Kimmy, blaming herself for like a project being delayed, even though the reason why you're nagging your husband is because it is behind schedule and somehow you're the problem. And I'm not saying he's the problem. It could just be environmental factors on why the project is not going the way that it's going. But my point is, typical pick me Kimmy fashion, it will never be the man's fault. It will never be it'll never be the man's fault. Like, it just will never be that. So even in this situation with Sunny and Moses. So Destiny shows up Y'all, I do not see it for Destiny. I don't see it for Destiny. I do not like Destiny. Destiny is a weirdo ass bitch. There, I said it. Destiny is a weirdo ass bitch. And I'm finna tell you why. We'll get there. But before we get there, let me just say this. Why does Destiny always have gray area with all of her relationships? And then she never has the smoke in real time for the gray area in those relationships with her ex-husband, with Mel, with Moses, with Sonny, with Stormy. She never has the smoke in current time. She always got the smoke after the fact. And there's always a gray area that I don't know. And then she blows up and then she got the smoke for everybody and be having a nasty ass attitude. I'm gonna get into it in a little bit, but overall, Destiny is a weirdo ass bitch. I'm sorry, she just is. So anyway, Destiny's weird ass comes into the office and she's like, oh, I'm so glad to meet my girls. Like, these are my girls. They were there for me through everything that I've been going through. And, you know, these are my girls. And I'm just like, Destiny's so, she's fake. I'm sorry. I was annoyed watching it. So anyway, they tell her, well, Tisha spills the beans like, you know, Kimmy put me in an uncomfortable situation. She's like, well, what happened? So Kimmy's like, oh, yeah. Oh, you mean that? Yeah, we talked to Sonny. And we let her know she was wrong. But I kind of wanted to get her perspective. Kimmy said something so important here. And this is what I said in my very first review. Kimmy said, I wanted to hear her side because she was there when I was getting my biopsy for cancer. And what I was hearing was that Kimmy was basically saying, we all had a relationship with Sonny. But I don't think that she thought she was her friend. Even though we're cool, but I feel like Kimmy was hinting to the fact of she knew that it was a working relationship. Because then Kimmy goes on to say, after hearing both sides, I kind of agree with Sonny. This is coming from Kimmy. Kimmy said, after hearing both sides, I agree. I am more leaning towards Sonny's side of the story because Sonny was her producer. And it sounds like Sonny just was doing a damn good job. She was doing her job. And somewhere Destiny thought they were friends. And I said that in my very first review. I said that I believe that Destiny was probably telling her some of her business. But I do not believe that her and Destiny were like this and she was telling her every single detail about her relationship with Moses. I just don't think that. You know what I mean? Because Destiny is very tight-lipped about a lot of things. There's always gray area with Destiny. So for Kimmy to reiterate that told me everything I needed to know. Kimmy knowing all parties and who saw the behind the scenes in interactions, Kimmy said basically, girl, Sonny was doing her job. You thought y'all was friends, but no, Sonny was just doing her job. Just like Sonny was with me getting my biopsy for my cancer. That doesn't mean that we're friends. And this is an extremely intimate moment. This is a life and death level situation. And this woman was there for me. This woman was there during. I still don't look at this woman like she's my best friend. Let that sink in, like she's one of the producers. And so Destiny being so thirsty for a friend, it sounds like Destiny, not even that Destiny was so thirsty for a friend, that's part of it because Destiny gives very much thirsty for a friend, but it's almost like after the fact, Destiny is using that to play, now I don't want to call her, she's not playing victim, she definitely is not the wrong person in that particular situation to an extent. Excuse me. But it sounds like Destiny then played on that heavy after it came out so that they could look like the bad guy. They being Moses and Sonny. That's what I'm gathering. And so, you know, Kimmy's like, I think you should sit down with Sonny. Y'all could at least have a conversation. She's like, no. When she texted me and told me that she had been dating Moses and things were getting serious, I blocked her. So as Sonny said, I did reach out to Destiny. I called Destiny. She said, I told Destiny to call me and Destiny didn't call me. So I text her what was going on and said, please call me so we can talk. And Destiny blocked her. How do you expect for people to, and I'm not saying Destiny is wrong, because once somebody says something to you, it's like, I don't even need to know the details because what you're saying is kind of fucked up. So I don't even need to know the details because I've heard enough. So I'm not even mad that Destiny blocked her, but what bugs me is, how can you say that these people weren't being in communication with you and letting you know what's going on when they were? You just didn't like what they were saying. So instead of you being an adult and facing the problem head on, you decided to divert and just ignore it and say and pay it dust. And no one is mad at you for doing that. I do that with a lot of things and a lot of people. Like, I don't even have the energy to give to it. But I then don't turn around and be like, but you ain't say nothing. You ain't say nothing. You ain't tell me. Well, it sounds like they did try to tell you. That's what I'm hearing. They tried to tell you and you weren't trying to hear it. So they were like, you should talk to Sunny. And she's like, no, I don't want to talk to Sunny. And then Tisha says in the confessional, like, there's so much going on with Destiny. I'm not even going to tell her how Mel was insinuating she slept with Martell. Thank you, Tisha. Thank you for not being messy in that moment, because it was not the moment for that. Now, do I know that moment will eventually happen? It's going to happen. But in that moment, thank you, Tisha, for just reserving it a little, because the season just started. We'll get to it. So then they talk about how Tisha needs to make up with Stormy. And Tisha's like, look, I could be in a room with Stormy, but I'm not letting no more jabs and shade slide. Bravo to you, Tisha. Don't let the jab slide, because that's what puts you in the position that you're in, where people low-key don't respect you. And then when you blow up, you look crazy, because it's like, girl, where was that energy when I had it for you? Now you got this energy similar to Destiny. You got all this energy after the fact. Where was the energy when we were here? Okay, where was the energy then? Now you got the energy and I ain't even mad about it no more. So you look crazy, okay? And then they asked Destiny, would she meet with Mel? And Destiny, with her fake ass threats, like, girl, you're not tough. She's like, no. No, she was like, yeah, I could get in a room with her, but like, I'm not gonna set fire to anything. What she say? She say, I don't have no smoke for nobody, but if somebody wants to smoke, I'm gonna burn that motherfucker down. Like, no, you're not. Destiny is so whack, y'all. She's so fucking whack. Anywho, then we get a scene with Nell and Martell, y'all. Martell is unhinged. You can't tell me no different. This episode showed me why Mel was being so dramatic with the damn security on the rooftop, with the snipers on the roof. I was like, okay, yeah, Martell's unhinged, and I'm gonna tell you why. So anyway, so we'll get there. So Nell meets with Martell. They go sit down to eat, and Nell is like, yeah, I told Mel I didn't agree about you going to jail. And he was like, right. He's like, why would she do that to me? Like, Martell is so unhinged and narcissistic. It is frightening watching. Like, I'm saying this in a joking manner, but it was frightening watching him lie with us knowing the truth, with everything that has happened in the past couple of weeks. It was frightening to listen to what he was saying, knowing it was a lie, and him saying it with a straight face. It was like, oh, he's unhinged. He's crazy for real, for real. So he's like, yeah, why would she do that to me? She's a terrible person. And so then Nell was like, well, were you going to release some revenge porn on Mel? Revenge porn? What are you talking about? A video, a picture? He is acting completely oblivious, as if this didn't exist. Like, and we know that it did exist. What? A picture, video, revenge porn? I would never. And Nell is like, why would you do that to her? Instantly, Martell flips it. Well, why? She was bullying me. Here go the message right here. Well, what about the picture, Martell? What picture? No. Read the text message. every time someone brings up the picture or the screenshot of the video, he instantly tries to divert them to his text message. His text message where he was saying, stop bullying me, I have now believed that he sent that message in a way to divert people from what's actually going on. You know what I mean? Like, he's saying things that are not real to make it look like they're real, because now a text message is, you know, documentation. It's proof of a conversation, right? That he could always come back to and say, no, read the message. I'm saying for her to stop bullying me. See, she's bullying me. Well, Martell, what was she doing to bully you? He never says that. He never says, she did A, B, and C to me, and that's why I was messaging her, telling her to stop bullying me. He never says that. Why does he not start there? Because if I were innocent and I felt like someone was actually bullying me, and I was sending, you know, I was sending a little spice in the message to really back you up off of me, i.e. posting like a screenshot of a video like, don't play with me. Why wouldn't I start with why I felt you had me fucked up? See, Martell never starts there, because I'm starting to believe it never went that way. I'm starting to believe that they were having a conversation. He didn't like what was being said, and so he said a bunch of bullshit. Go back and look at that text message. You can see that his bubbles were blue initially. So whatever that message is that he sent before that green message, because the green message, he had already been blocked. Peep game. The green message that he keeps trying to show everyone, where he told Mel to stop bullying him, there was a message before that in blue, meaning he was not blocked yet. What did that message say? Because you said some fuck shit to her, and then you followed up. Mind you, there's no response from Mel. It don't go like this in the messages. There's a message in blue from him, and then there's another message in green from him. Now, could the picture been in the middle of that and there was like communication? Sure. I believe Martell would delete messages. Absolutely. But what I did see is that whatever he said prior to that stop bullying me message, it was in blue. So he wasn't blocked yet. And then after the bullying message, he sent another message. There was another message after that. Martell is crazy. Martell is unhinged, and Mel having snipers on the roof, it makes sense to me. So they keep going back and forth, and again, he's diverting her to the message. And then she's like, well, you know, I'm only saying this because I'm concerned, because our family's going through something similar, with family business being in the news, because Lexi, Chris's daughter from his first marriage, who we remember Lexi last season, she was the unhinged one at dinner. Now, a lot of people felt like, you know, oh, Chris must have did something and da-da-da. What I saw, and I could be wrong, but what I saw last season as it relates to Lexi, and she's got a bad attitude. Now, could the bad attitude stem from obviously her upbringing and Chris being the culprit? Because Chris and Nell have been together almost 30 years at this point. And I don't know how old Lexi is, but Lexi can't, you know, Lexi's probably looks like she's about, I don't know, 36, 37. Like, she's older. And I don't remember how old she is. So if I'm wrong, I don't know. She looked old. But she's in her 30s. Let's just say that. She's in her 30s. And they've been together almost 30 years. So clearly she was a child when he got with Nell. But they've been married for almost 30 years. So that tells me that there was at least some time in between. But she got a nasty ass attitude. We saw it last season. I saw it. She got a nasty ass attitude. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. Was the attitude bad when she was little? Did her upbringing trigger it? I don't know. But as a 30-something-year-old woman who's sitting in the house with your dad and your step family and your siblings, and they've been together almost 30-something years, it's like, girl, why are you still mad about when you were 6 years old? When you were 6 years old and your parents got divorced and now you're 36, why are you still upset about that? Like, anyway, child, I didn't went on a tangent, okay? But so anyway, Nell was telling Martell, like, well, you know, I'm just saying because we're going through this. And then Martell, once again, the unhinged maniac that Martell is like, oh, because you was a side chick. And he says it with a smile on his face. Because you was a side chick. Yeah, you was a side. And Nell is like, no, I was not. And I don't appreciate that. Like, and don't play like that. Like, no. I met him. She said, now Nell said, when I met him, he was still married. I think both of their stories, Chris and Nell, is consistent. They met, he was separated, but he was technically still married. He was legally still married. She said when she found out he was married, they didn't talk. And then once he was divorced, they met up again later. And then they started to date, Now, I'm not stupid. Y'all know. Because people could say on TV and they don't want to look like a bad person. But let me tell you something. If you are dating someone and they are legally married, but they're separated, they are in the process of getting a divorce, y'all, it ain't that deep. And I know that may be a controversial take, but y'all, it ain't that deep. It's not that deep. They're clearly not together anymore. They're separated. They're living in separate homes. Yes, on paper, they're still married. And that is really taboo. Oh my God, that person is married. But they're not in love and married and living together. So it's like, do you expect them not to date and or at least feel like they want to put themselves out there? Because some people be separated for like years. Like, I'm divorced. I can tell you right now, me and my ex-husband were separated for like 3-4 years before we actually got divorced. Before we actually got divorced, we were separated for like 4 years almost, where we were living in 2 different states. He had a child. He was dating. I was dating. But we, on paper, were still legally married. And the reason for that is because in the military, because I was in the Army, in the military, you get paid more money when you're married. So when we separated, it just made sense that, no, don't mess up my paper, right? Don't mess up my paper. If you want to leave, go ahead and free yourself. Shout out to Fantasia, but don't mess up the bag. And I think we were both understanding of that. And so it was, and usually it is a financial, usually finances are at the root of why people don't just go get divorced. That's why they separate. They take time away because there's usually a financial decision that has to be made. And it wasn't until he was about to, or not about to, but he wanted to get remarried, and we needed to obviously at that time formally and legally get divorced. But if you think I wasn't dating or talking to nobody for 4 years, he was living with a chick. Okay, he was living with a chick, the chick that he married, and he also got divorced from her. But that's another story. But he was living with a chick 4 years. So anyway, it's taboo to say, and I wish sometimes people just keep it real. Like, yes, he was still legally married, but they were separated, living in separate homes, and that's just what it was. So anyway, Nell is like, in her confession, she was like, ain't nobody a side chick but Coleslaw. Ooh, Coleslaw got a shout out on the show. You know she loved that. No one will ever say her name. We would never say her name. Her name is Coleslaw. That is the only thing. She might as well trademark, if she could. She might as well trademark the name Coleslaw as it relates to a side chick. Okay, get you a bag for it. Okay. And then Martell is like, you know, very cunningly. So she's like, well, you know, I'm having my birthday party, and you know, I'm not gonna invite you because if I have to choose between you and Mel, it just seems like I'd rather just invite Mel. It seems like you got a lot of shit with you. And he, oh, okay, I ain't gotta come. And again, Maniac Martell is in his confessional like, I don't care. I ain't trying to go to no 60-year-old birthday party anyway. It don't make me no difference. And I'm just like, Martell is such a shitty person, y'all. He's such a shitty person. The next scene, let me tell you something. Tisha and Ken, Stormy and Courtney are fucking boring. They're boring. They're boring. Tisha with this frog in her throat and her tight clenched teeth when she talks is annoying and boring. She clearly got issues. So they meet up at the gym. Stormy, Courtney, Ken, and Tisha. And Trisha's like, Yeah, I still be wanting to fight him. I got issues. Trisha got issues. She got a lot of deep-seated issues. I don't know what was going on with her ex-husband, but or her soon-to-be ex-husband, because again, she's not divorced yet. She's not divorced. I don't think she's divorced yet. I think it came out last week that she is not legally divorced, but she's separated. She's clearly living with another man. He's probably living with another woman. Just say what it is, because sometimes it be like that, right? Like, welcome to reality. Welcome to 2024, baby. It be like that sometimes, okay? So she got some issues. I don't know if her ex-husband was, or her soon-to-be ex-husband was abusing her, but she wants to fight with Ken. She wants to be like mean to Ken, and Ken won't let her. He's level-headed. She's the firecracker. They were talking about how she used to beat up people in school, and she looked like him. Like, Trisha is not an ugly woman. I told y'all she reminds me of Mississippi from P-Valley. But that frog in her throat, where she talked like this, and the fact that she don't have as tight of a clench mouth as Candy, or I don't know what's going on here, right? She don't have a Candy, but it's like the next level up where like she talks like this, and it's like, I don't know what to do. And she has a beautiful smile, by the way. Like, shout out to her. She has a beautiful smile. But it's just always very tight clenched with the frog. And we haven't seen her have a bad attitude, but it sounds like she's a mother, okay? She's a firecracker. So they're boring, boo. That's all they were talking about at the gym. I could care less. Not the last scene. Oh my God, wait. This episode had a lot of scenes. Y'all, I'm almost at 30 minutes. Just rock with me, because we flowing. The next scene, we have Marceau and Maurice. They're at Black, and Marceau was saying that he told Moses to pull up. And they basically want to talk to Moses just to tell him, like, listen, you need to really, like, get this resolved, this whole destiny thing, because the viewers, the reviewers, the bloggers, the vloggers, the commenters, like, oh, they gonna get you. They gonna get you. They gonna get you on the front end, or they gonna get you in the back end. But let me tell you where they gonna get you at. In them comments, okay? And you can't, let me say something. You cannot beat the internet. You cannot beat the internet. The internet will always win. You can't argue with 100 people when they all saying you trash, you this, you da da da. So what you need to do is you need to just like nip it in the bud. Maurice was talking about, see if you can get Destiny's blessing. That'll definitely help it. Like, Destiny's trash. She's not giving any blessings. Nor does she have to. But like, Maurice, shut up. So Marceau was just basically trying to tell him, like, you know, this can ruin your marriage. Like, are you guys, I know you guys just got married. Are you guys planning to have kids? And he's like, oh, she could be pregnant any day now. We're doing IVF. I said, okay. This man, y'all, this man is serious about this woman. And we cannot hate on that. Moses is serious about Sonny. Wing, bang, bang, boom. Met you, dated you, proposed, married, and now we about to have a baby. He not playing no games. He knew, first of all, he knew Destiny from like childhood. And he still didn't want to even come on the show. We seen that man on FaceTime, okay? Like, and I don't know if it was because she didn't want him on the show or what, because we also never used to see Destiny's husband either, okay? So, I don't know, y'all. I feel like Destiny's the problem. But they're basically like, you know, you got to get in front of it. And it sounds like Moses is 100% in with his wife. And I love, y'all gonna be mad, it don't matter, but I love that he is like, my wife. My wife, don't get it twisted. He even told Destiny, well, when me and my wife, Sonny, like, baby, this is my wife. This is not, me and her ain't just fucking around. We ain't going steady. No. This is my wife, baby. It is what it is at this point. Get in tune and then get over it, right? So he's like, oh, I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And Marcel's like, let me tell you something. I almost lost my marriage thinking that I could fight and tussle in the comments. You cannot beat the comments. You cannot beat the internet. And if you are not solid, all those comments every single day, all day long, will penetrate your marriage and it will break your marriage up. So just make sure that your relationship is strong. And that's basically what he was telling him. It was really good advice. You know, Marcel be dropping gems when he want to. He be dropping gems when he want to. So that was that. And then we had Chris Fletcher and Martell meet up. Maniac Martell. So he has a house. I guess he finished building it or something. I don't know. Because to my understanding, he still don't have his builder's license. So I don't know if he built it or he's the contractor or he's the broker. I don't know. But the house is built. And he's responsible for it. Is he moving in? I don't know. I don't know. So Fletch comes over. They have a conversation. And once again, Fletcher is trying to say, like, what's going on with Mel in this court case? What's going on with this video? What's going on with the message? Video? What video? This is Martell. This is crazy Martell. What video? No, first he said picture. The picture. What picture? What? A picture of what? Did you ask Mel? A picture of what? Okay, and Chris was like, okay, maybe it wasn't a picture. Maybe it was a screenshot of a video, right? There was a video. A video? I don't know about a video. I mean, there was a video. Like, this is how quickly he lies. He's like, wait, video? I don't know about no video. Well, there was a video. And I had it. No, he was like, and I saw it, and she got it. She got the video. She got it. Okay, but did you show the video to someone? Did you threaten to show the video? No. Here go the text message right here. Here go the text message. I showed it to you, right? You read it? She bullying me. Once again, every time somebody even mentions that revenge porn video, Martell directs them back to the text message every single time. And that's why I firmly believe that he sent that text message telling her to stop bullying him as a tactic to just have that documented, to have that on paper, to have an archive that I was telling her to leave me alone. Like, I firmly believe that. Martell is diabolical at this point. And yeah. So Chris is like, well, okay, but it wasn't a video, but you got arrested, right? You did something, you got arrested. Yeah, but the courts don't lie. When Martell said that, I said, got him. What, if you guys watch Jesse, I can't speak Creole, right? But she be like, oh, c'est bon, like say a little thing, whatever. Anyway, but we got him, okay? When he said that, if you guys don't know, in present day, like in the past couple of weeks, Martell just got convicted of that. Mr. Martell out of his mouth. The courts don't lie. What? The courts don't lie. Yeah, and the courts just found you guilty. Now, why would the courts find you guilty if you ain't do nothing? Why would the courts validate Mel's charges, arrest you? Wait, why would the courts validate Mel's charges, put a warrant out for your arrest you, charge you, and then convict you if she was doing something to you? And Chris is like, but are you sure that, so Chris was like, so she just making all this stuff up on you? Like, that is like, she crazy, she making it all up on, yes, that's Martell. Yeah, she is. The courts don't lie. Baby, the courts don't lie. And you were just convicted, Martell. And we're going to get into that in a minute. I don't know if no, I'm not going to make a separate video. Stay tuned to the end of this video, and we're just going to talk about all of the stuff going on in Hunts. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make a separate video because we already at 35 minutes. But Martell just got convicted of that. So Martell, once again, you are on TV with a straight face, but you're stuttering and you're doing all of these theatrics, so we know you're a liar. The courts don't lie. And the lie detector proved that you do lie, though. Like, the courts don't lie, but the lie detector test proved that you do. That's what it proved. That's what the paper said. The papers say that. So I find that to be funny that Martell said that the courts don't lie, and he just got convicted. So then he goes into, you know, Fletcher is like, and while we're talking about it, I don't appreciate you calling my wife a side chick. My wife told me that you call her a side chick. And he's like, well, again, with a smile on his face. I mean, Cause she a side chick. She's a side chick. She's a side chick. And he's like, my wife has never been a side chick. He was like, yeah, I met her, but we didn't get together until after I was broken up. And he's like, you sure about that? And Fletcher was looking at him like, what the yeah, I'm sure about that. Like, Martell, you want everyone to be as dirty as you, and it's not giving that. It's you. So anyway, Martell is like, well, if you say she wasn't a side chick, then I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it. She wasn't a side chick. Okay, I won't say it no more. And Fletcher's like, thank you. Fucking asshole. Let me get up out of here. Like, I don't know. I could not be around Martell for a long period of time because he is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He really is. Mel, stay on that security, okay? Pay that ring bill, that ring camera bill. Continue to feed the killers, because you gonna need them. You gonna need them. Hopefully you don't need them in that way, but like, continue to feed the killers. That's what I gotta say. Take that how you want to take it. Last scene, we got Moses and Destiny meeting up. Another very telling sign. Let me tell you something. Y'all are not going to like what I got to say, but I got to say it, and this is how I saw it. After hearing everything, this is how I'm seeing it. Because it was very clear what I was seeing. But Destiny being such a weird-ass bitch, the chaos and the confusion, she lives in the confusion. She lives in the gray area, as I was saying earlier. They sit down and meet up, and, you know, basically they get to talking, and she was like, you know, why did y'all do this to me? And he was like, we didn't do nothing to you, Destiny. Like, we didn't do anything to you. He was like, I broke up with you in April. Me and her didn't start dating till August. And Destiny said, yeah, you broke up with me in April, but you loved me until August, sending me good morning texts, and you love me. Let me say this, Destiny, if you did not see that man in person from April to August, him sending you a text message, baby, that's a tactic, baby. Okay? Men do it all the time. That's just to keep you at arm's length until I find something better. That's to keep you at arm's length because I'm bored. That's to keep you at arm's length because I know if I needed to, if I wanted to, I could. That's a tactic, baby. You not telling me nothing talking about he was sending you good morning texts every day. Bitch, I don't care. You know how many good morning texts I got on my phone? And I don't even respond to them, baby. I have not talked to you in a year. Why are you texting me? Good morning. I will ignore it. Baby, I'm not even going to entertain it. You were entertaining the good morning text. And then she said, and you sent me some money. Destiny, listen, Mel, Martell, Moses, Sonny, who else? Because, baby, I'm tired of hearing about how people keep having to give you money. Now, let me tell you this. You had your own business. You're on a TV show. And every time I look up, somebody's saying they gave you some money. And you just admittedly said it. Well, you sent me some money in August. Okay, and Sonny also said she sent you some money. It sounds like, guess what? They both knew they sent you some money. That don't mean nothing. Just like a man texting you good morning every day don't mean nothing. Did you see him? Did y'all go out? Did he take you on dates? Anytime from April to August, did you see that man in person? I'm not talking about on the phone. Did you see him in person? Because y'all lived in 2 different states. Did you see him? Don't sound like you seen him because you said you love me with all these text messages. Sounds like y'all weren't even talking on the phone. Baby, do you have an iPhone? Were y'all even FaceTiming? Destiny, you mean to tell me you thought you was still in a relationship with this man because he was texting you? Were you seeing him? Were you going out on dates? Were y'all being intimate? Were you even on FaceTime? Because it's not giving any of those things that I would be like, okay, he was leading you on. A man text messaging you, good morning, and you're beautiful, and I love you, don't mean at the end of the day. And Destiny is so fucking weird and a goofball that she's sitting on national TV saying this. And I'm like, was that the get your gotcha? Moses said, release the text messages. Release them. Because you know what he gonna say? I didn't see you. We didn't date. We didn't have sex. So, okay, I sent you a couple text messages here and there. Okay. And, like, oh, Destiny, you too old to be this stupid. You too old to be falling for the banana in the tailpipe, girl. You too old for that. So then they go on to say, Moses was like, yeah, I could have done better. I should have been more communicative to you. I should have been very clear what was going on. I accept that. I'm sorry. And then Destiny pulls him into, but I thought you loved me. But I thought, like, girl, he's married. All of that type of conversation, like, that's how I know she's a goofball weirdo. He's married at this point. So those types of conversations that you're having with this married man is, I get it. You trying to get it, you trying to get your feelings out, but you had a window to do that, and you chose to ignore that window. You chose to be in confusion. You chose to be in the gray area, because ain't no way a man that I was actually dating popped up on the scene married to somebody else, and I didn't get my shit off in that moment. And now here we are a year later, and you talking about, why I thought you loved me, because no man that loved me would have did me like that. Like, girl, that's not even the conversation to be having sitting in front of him as he's married to this other woman. That conversation has been gone. I know you're just not seeing him again, and that's another thing. What further proves those text messages, girl? You weren't seeing that man in person. He was texting you. What did you want from him? And then she said something else. She said, well, it went that way because it was like you wanted me to court me. And he was saying, what he said before that was, Destiny, I had a whole birthday party and you didn't even come. Now, that's your man. That's your man, and he had a birthday party and you didn't come. What I heard out of all of the information, it sounded like Destiny was broke. Okay. Maybe she couldn't make it to the birthday party because she didn't have enough money to fly out there. That's fine. We all in dire straits right now, baby. Here go my book right here. Baby, I do my budget. Yeah, I do my budget several times a week. Okay? Because we got things we got to do. So I'm not tripping off of not having the funds. But it sounds like you didn't have the funds to go to his birthday party. And instead of maybe you saying that, it sounds like maybe you played the role of ignoring it, being in the confusion, as you like to do, and making it a problem with him. Because I don't know no relationship where it's your partner's birthday, especially for a long distance relationship. Baby, if you are in a long distance relationship, a birthday is at the top of the list of when you should be flying out to see them or them coming to see you. Birthday is at the top of that list. So if your man had a birthday and you didn't show up, girl, that's not your man. That's not your man. Period. That's not your man. So that's all I gotta say about that. They gonna continue the conversation next week. We gonna get Tisha working out with Tisha next week. Talking about, I gotta get a new trainer. Girl, get one. We gonna get, I think I seen from like the season trailer that Tisha might have slept with Martell. That's gonna be a weird scene. Once again, Maniac Martell is sitting next to this lady who I think he slept with. And he's like, do I know you? Like, what? Was it during the time with Mel? Oh, we got to get it fast. So, please go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. I got y'all a very in-depth, long review. I am about to like squig this down real quick and go to my gym and get my workout in. But let me know what you guys think about this episode. Let me know about like your fitness journey, some tips. I'm trying to eat in the caloric deficit. This is my breakfast. I'll probably have a late lunch. It's like coming up on 10:30 in the morning. Yeah, and just let me know that you stopped by. Thank you guys for showing up every week. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys probably, I might do another video after I come back from the gym. Don't hold me to that. But I will do a separate video on everything going on in Huntsville with Nelson, Maurice's DUI, Martell, Destiny thefts, fraud, got arrested for fraud. Child, all of these people have gone crazy, and I think we should talk about it. So we'll do a Love and Marriage Huntsville extra. Give you guys a little bonus. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.